Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 3 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we have some unfortunate news out of Carteret County where police are asking for your help in finding a missing woman. Deputies say a roommate last saw Mary Ragsdale at their home located at 944 Hibbs Road just outside Newport at around 4:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Now, the 52-year-old has brown hair and hazel eyes. She stands at around 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighs around 130 pounds. Anyone who knows Ragsdale's location should call the Carteret County Sheriff's Office at 252-728-8400. You can find that number there at the bottom of your screen. Now we also want to highlight the moderate drought across eastern North Carolina. Here is a look at the latest information released by the U.S. Drought Monitor. The Drought Monitor has Pitt County and the surrounding areas under abnormally dry conditions. Now, while rainfall has been limited, experts say the timing has helped prevent significant impacts since this region is currently not in the growing season. Now, Pitt County Fields crop agent Jonathan Smith said most major cash crops right now are dormant, which has reduced the risk of immediate losses. Now, Smith said, quote, "While we are not in growing season, it is important to remember that lack of rainfall now can affect stable crop production over the season," end quote. Now, Smith explained that dry conditions are primarily affecting cover crops, which are planted during the off-season to improve soil health and reduce erosion. He said those crops benefit from moisture, but the current pattern is not unusual for this time of year. Of course, our meteorologists at WITN, myself included, are forecasting about quarter to half an inch of rain coming up for this Saturday. Now, as far as that weather forecast goes, it does again look like we will be seeing, of course, looks like I am into the wrong computer here that I am now trying to control, and last thing I want to do is throw a wrench into Dustin's forecast. We're going to get the proper forecast computer up here, and there we go. All right, so here's what it looks like outside right now. I do apologize about that little pause there. You can clearly see we've got cloudy skies over Belhaven, the Pungo River. Those clouds not yet giving us any rainfall, but that may be changing as we make our way through the next 36 hours. Rain showers a big part of your forecast coming up for tomorrow, but they're going to be very light raindrops. We're really not looking at a lot of rain out of this system. What we're really looking at is just a continuation of light showers through the day tomorrow. It's going to be very hit and miss early on in the morning, particularly more on the miss side. Miss, not missed. But as far as the afternoon goes, that's when we really start to see the raindrops really try to spread across eastern North Carolina. Now, if you're asking, okay, which area has the best opportunity for some of those raindrops, I would really point towards those of you watching south of Highway 264. Areas around New Bern, Trenton, Jacksonville, Wallace, Kenansville, even areas around Maysville, Havelock, Morehead City, Atlantic Beach, Emerald Isles, anywhere, Kinston, even south of 264, you are looking at a slightly better chance of rain than your northern neighbors. But right now we've got 60 degrees in Washington, southwesterly wind at about 7 miles an hour. Air temperatures across most of the east kind of hovered around the upper 50s to low 60s this afternoon. Still hanging on to that heat as we make our way through your 3 o'clock hour. But compared to where we were yesterday, most areas again are reporting warmer conditions than what we had yesterday, except for Kenansville. You guys have the lone spot on the map that has actually cooled down. Manteo and Elizabeth City certainly really enjoying that heat gain. 13, 14 degrees warmer in Elizabeth City and Manteo respectively. As far as your winds are concerned, right now southwesterly at about 4 to 8 miles an hour. Those winds are going to relax and then shift overnight tonight, coming in more out of the northeast by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. Couple that with cloud cover and raindrops, well, tomorrow's certainly going to be a cool day. But the cloud cover we have overnight tonight will certainly help keep what little heat we did gain today present down at ground level. We're going to be avoiding the 30s as we make our way through tonight into tomorrow morning, starting out the day in the low to mid 40s. And then from there, we will slowly warm up into the low 50s between around noon to about 3, maybe 4 p.m. But again, gray, gloomy, wet weather is the forecast coming up for tomorrow. If you've been itching to maybe go see a movie at the theaters, tomorrow might be a fantastic day to do just that. Saturday morning, again, a few light showers will be around. Very, very light and spotty. I know this model is really kind of spreading those drops around. I think we're going to be seeing a far more isolated rainfall pattern than what you're currently seeing on your screen. But that said, as we head into the afternoon, that's when the more widespread showers are really going to start to roll in. You'll be able to see full rain bands if you track it on the WITN weather app. You'll be able to see those bands kind of moving in and moving towards us from the west-southwest. Now, those raindrops will be pulling away from the coast once we get to, I would say, a little bit after midnight Saturday night into Sunday morning. Everybody at least decides to wake up with the sun, is going to be waking up to sunny skies on Sunday. And that will leave us, unfortunately, with a high pressure system sitting back to the west that will encourage a cold and northerly wind flow that will keep air temperatures on Sunday at about the same level of where we're going to be coming up tomorrow. That is the upper 40s to possibly the low 50s. Now here's a look again at that low pressure system. You see it over Arkansas there, making its way over eastern North Carolina, coming up Saturday evening. By Saturday morning, that low is going to be centered over kind of the western portion of our state, kind of right on the North Carolina-Tennessee border over the mountains. But then again, it moves into the east, pushing all of that rain through during the afternoon and evening. By the time we reach Sunday morning, that low is going to be off the coast, and then it's pretty much the high pressure system that's going to be telling the story. Air temps down over the weekend compared to where they're going to be next week. 49 degrees coming up for tomorrow. Again, some areas will get into the low 50s. 48 degrees coming up on Sunday, and then we're into the low 50s Monday. Still cooler than average. Normal this time of year is right around the upper 50s. And then Tuesday, 60 degrees. But then Wednesday and Thursday, upper 60s. We got some heat on the way. 73 degrees planned for Friday. It's a ways off, and it does come with a 20% chance of rain. But right now, we're looking at this cup as half full of heat. That is, should be a pretty nice Friday coming up next Friday. Certainly a little bit warmer than the one we're currently in right now. Now, I do want to say good afternoon to Bernice Davis. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, Bernice, I agree with you. These stratus clouds that right now are stretched across the east. Let's go back to that Belhaven cam over the Pungo River. That just looks beautiful. It looks like a gorgeous painting, but you can tell by the flag flying there down at kind of the bottom level of your screen. You can see this is a live picture of, again, just a beautiful, beautiful view over the Pungo River in Beaufort County. But again, I'm sorry if I've taken up too much of your guys' time. We'll be back coming up with more news and weather. Just coming up at the top of the hour, coming up at 4 o'clock. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Friday. And if I don't see you at 4, have a wonderful weekend.